Upscale Media Group present In the Lane Sports Talk. This is your host, Jerome Lane. My best analyst around here is Ali McGill, Julius Harrington, and my main man, the Freak.
What's up?
We want to start off today by talking about my main man's dad, DeWitt Harrington the second, our best friend that we hung with practically all our life. But his dad died today, and he was just as much of an influence on us than, any other father. I'm talking about all of us that was around DeWitt second. The daddy was the one giving us great advice, lead us in the great direction, and I'm gonna miss that man. He lived a great life. What was he about, Julius? Like 96?
Yeah, he was in his 90s.
So he lived a great life. So man, we're gonna miss you, Mr. Aaron. Now we want to get to your boy, man. That need what they say, what they call it when you got to go in the house, welfare check.
Come on, man, don't split with that.
Hey, what you think about that, Gilly Gill, about the Ja Morant situation?
You said welfare check? He damn sure don't need that. The check in or the check out. He don't need neither one of them. Yeah, well, what is there to think? I know when I was on the show several weeks ago, I had said, these young boys, they own some different stuff.
Right.
They people keep saying, well, he need to listen to his dad and mom. They're not listening to their dad and mom. They the breadwinners in the group. They got the most money. They ain't listening to nobody.
And that's the problem.
It is what it is. We have to look at this generation much different than we looked in the past. I heard so many people say, well, his dad should have said this and his mom should have said that. Who said they didn't say something?
That's right, Gil.
Exactly.
That's right, Gil.
But these young boys, they own some different stuff. I'm sure mama is telling him, why is you wearing $400,000 worth of jewelry around your neck?
So somebody can stick him up.
And that's his reason for carrying a gun right off the back. Just how his mind is. I'm walking around here with all this around my neck. I can't let nobody stick me up. And I don't know if y'all remember, it was a football player a couple weeks ago said, it was Sauce Gardner. And he had to take it off of Instagram. He said, man, you ain't got to show your gun. We all carrying guns.
That's just totally right.
Bottom line, and people like, well, why is they carrying guns? They in a generation where they ain't got no choice. They feel like that's protection. If you out here in these streets right now and you walk past 10 dudes that's 25 years old, I'm going to say 8 of them got a gun.
At least 9.
Mm-hmm. Maybe 10. Yeah,
You'll make some good points. And one of the things that I want to, not make light of, the welfare check, we know how serious that is when people go out. A lot of times they find out they're not in good condition. One thing I will say about Ja is I do think it's something not all the way there, because I totally agree with Gil. I think each and every person in his life gave him good advice. I'm pretty sure his dad did say something to him. His mom said something to him. I'm pretty sure his other siblings said something to him. Sometimes when somebody say something to you, it's up to you to listen. A lot of people in this day and time, including me when I was young, who wanted to listen to your mom, your dad, whatever? And we didn't make that type of money, but we thought we knew what was best out here for us. So one thing Gil is pointing out, when you're the main breadwinner, not just for your immediate family, he's the breadwinner for all his boys. Rome, you know how it was back in the day. We would go out, you would just say, I got it. I was like, Rome, I got it. And I wouldn't even argue with you. You would pay for everything every time we went out. So, and I'm pretty sure you didn't make $40 million a year.
Got that right.
So, and you still had it. So you can't even imagine what these dudes are doing now. They probably going somewhere shutting shit down like Red Lobster. Hey, we want Red Lobster closed. We paying for everything. All my boys coming in here. We about to kick it. Like, think about that. That's powerful. That's very powerful. So when you give somebody young power, either they use it the right way or they use it the wrong way.
If he don't listen to nobody else, and evidently he hasn't, he better listen to these boys that's in the gangs that's telling him, you don't want to go down that road, you got a chance, this is not you, leave it alone. Because we will check you. They done gave fair warning. If he keep acting like he acting, giving up signs and stuff, they going to see. They already told him. So he has a chance now to redeem himself and get back into good grace. Because when they went and checked, that's a sign, hey, I better get myself together. Hopefully he see that and grow from it. Because if it's not, next year or so, he might not be here.
I think they're gonna give him a half a season next year, though. I think they're gonna.
It doesn't matter about far as basketball. He has to stop doing whatever signs he's giving and flashing. Because the gangs, the Crips,
Right, they don't
and the
want it.
Bloods, they already told him. They already gave him fair warning. We coming to see you. Leave it alone. You're not in the gang. Stop giving the signs.
First of all, I will say this: if somebody gonna come check on you, they know something right. They can cover up as much as they want. Someone right. Somebody felt something was danger with this guy. And the second thing is this, man. Like you said, Julius, if he gets suspended all those games, just think of how much money he's gonna lose, right? And all the games he done lost before. He can hire 2 bodyguards to carry many guns they want and watch all the jury he want to watch. And you don't have to carry a gun.
Right.
You live in a life. You want to be gangster, but the gangster scene is not in the NBA, and they're not going to let it go. So either you're going to have to play accordingly, or they're going to kick your ass out the league. Bottom line.
Can I say something on that?
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. Anybody that's in the league, probably under the age of 25, got a pistol.
Oh, no question.
That ain't even no question about it.
I bet everybody in it, I would say 95% of the league got pistols.
And these boys, you know, they young and they testosterone is at a whole new level. And they trying to always prove a point. You know, like we used to say, rappers want to be athletes and athletes want to be rappers.
Bottom line.
The new age rapper is talking about everything that we ain't trying to hear as a community.
But I'm just saying, first of all, when you play in the NBA, man, they rapping you with love. They drafted you, I mean, and you playing great. What you need a gun for, man?
But the smartest thing somebody could do in Memphis, if I had a security team, say I had Harrington Security, I would reach out to Ja. I was like, Ja, hey, we love you here in Memphis. We're going to give you a break. We're going to give you a 20% discount. Usually I charge this to, watch people or to take care of people. But I see you going through something. We got you. We're going to give you a discount. A security team need to reach out to him and actually, say, hey, you don't need to do this. You don't need to do that. We're going to have 2 to 4 guys with you at all time. We're going to take care of you.
He ain't thinking like that, man. That's the
but
problem. These young boys is on some different stuff. We need to bring a young dude up in here so he can tell y'all we coming from our age and our era. These young dudes think entirely different than we ever thought when we was 25. For real. These boys is treacherous. They ruthless. Everybody got a gun. And it reminds me of the Westerns back in the day, the Wild Wild West, because that's the times we living in.
Exactly.
That's why Akron, just using Akron for instance, can't have a club for them kids 25 and under. No. You can't do it.
You're right.
Because soon as somebody bump into somebody stepping on their shoes, everybody pulling their gun out. It's a whole new genre. And until us older people start going down and trying to figure out why these dudes is thinking that way, why is they carrying a gun? And if you ask any young guy, the first thing they're going to say is for protection. So Ja is with his boys.
But he around the wrong people.
Right, he is around the wrong people. But
the dude he hanging around is not helping him.
But let me say this, and Rome, you've been in the league. He just the one that got caught out in the open. But how many of these dudes is already hanging around them same type of dudes?
Oh, I already know that.
Yeah, I mean, he just got caught up out here in the open. That's the only difference.
I mean, he can't be flashing it so he get caught on Instagram and all that.
No, but that particular time, he didn't know that he was on live.
First of all, why would you be
Dude
flashing
did that on his own.
Why are you flashing a gun?
Because he was listening. From what I got from my sources, they was listening to music. He high. You know how young dudes is. They do that. Yeah, they do that. This is a whole new generation, and he didn't know his dude was gonna go live.
Well,
he didn't know it, and that put him out there even more.
This is very true. When I would go around and talk, because I go around and speak, and at the end of the talk, and I would open it up for questions, and I would ask questions, and this is, say, 5 years ago, a young man, I was speaking at a bully, and he say, I carry a gun because I'm not expected to live past 25 anyhow, so I don't care. I'm not, and I asked him, what you mean? You're not expected to live? He said, well, statistics say young black men don't live past 25. I'm like, oh, I was a young black man, and I made it past 25. With that mindset, yeah, you would not, because you thinking already you're not supposed to live past 25. Don't believe that. If you live right and do the right thing, you can live to be an old man. That's your choice. Don't believe what somebody else tell you. Mm-hmm. But that's their mindset. You right now, and it has gotten even worse than it was back then. So everybody, all these kids, young men, are scared to put them up. So automatically, now everybody's carrying a pistol. Everybody's carrying a pistol.
And we could talk about this at the table. How many of us have been affected by gun violence?
Shit,
either our kids or ourselves.
Or somebody,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, everybody. So now these young dudes' mindset is, I gotta have it. When Sauce put that on there, Gardner, he was speaking for every athlete that's his age. And it's a sad thing, you know. And the Jets called him and said, take that shit down. What is you doing? Why is you saying everybody in y'all's age era got a gun?
But
so what he was trying to say is, why is you flashing it? We know you got a gun. That's basically how he was saying it.
Bottom line, Gil, you got to think about it. It's a sickness. You got suspended. Right. After that suspension, I don't even want to see a gun for a minute.
No.
You know what I'm saying? If you're behind in your house with the gun, they can't do nothing to you because there's a gun in my house. But you can't be going out in public flashing it. And on the last note, I want to say this y'all. They came out with a shoe yesterday. It sold out.
They came out with it.
It's a new shoe. Oh, today, it's a new shoe. It sold out already.
Why?
Because of this controversy.
Yep.
Because this era, this young generation, the way we looking at it is not the way they looking at it. They looking at him as the king. We looking at him as a fool. Guess what? Nike didn't say they was dropping him. They know what they doing.
But everybody else is dropping him except Nike.
Right, because Nike is the one that's going to make the money in the end.
Well, they let us know that. They sold out in hours.
Well, I know what. My son won't have none of his shoes. Mm-hmm. And he ain't allowed to wear his jersey.
Well, I mean, give him a chance, free. He's still young. He can shape up, man. Everybody go.
I'll see in a couple years. If he all right in a couple years.
Freak, everybody
but the first year, he messed up the first. I gave him a break. He did it again. 3 strikes, you're out. My son would not wear his jersey or he would not wear his shoes.
I like that, Freak, because I got a jersey for you. It's a Pitt jersey, number 34. I knew a guy that used to wear that jersey. Give your son that jersey. Yeah,
he got one. He told me to bring it up here and let him sign it.
I got one.
Let's move on to the next subject. Let's go to the next subject, man. Hey, man, Denver Nuggets definitely put a show on the Lakers. Everybody, you be trying to fight for Bron. You know, he did have a great hurrah the last game, but even they did pass expectations for this season. Got to give him that. Mm-hmm. But what else you think, Julius?
let's not say Denver put on a show. Now that's misleading. At the end of the day, it was a 4-0 sweep, but the Lakers easily could have won 3 of those games. I'm talking about easily they could have won 3 of those games.
But they didn't, Jew.
You're 100% right about that. To the point of this, everybody keep going back to game 1 and said that was a bad shot by LeBron. That wasn't a bad shot. He usually shoot threes like that. If LeBron hit that 3, it's tied. I think if it go into overtime, I honestly think, I think the Lakers win. But you're 1,000% right. They did not win one game. So is the Lakers team bad? No, I don't think they're bad. I think they found 3 players they need to re-sign or keep or try. Rudy is one. AK Reeves is another. And I kind of like Walker also. I like Walker. I don't think the Lakers are far off, but I wouldn't sign Kyrie.
You don't like Schroeder? Schroeder did good too, though.
I wouldn't re-sign him either.
But is he too old or something?
No, he's not too old. They need a player. Rudy could be this player, but they need a player to back up Bron and AD. They need a third wheel that's not a superstar, but a star. They need that third wheel. Rudy, I don't know if he could be that, but what third wheel out there that you could look to right now and say, hey, maybe we could pull a trade or maybe we could do something. It's a third wheel in Portland that I'll go get right now.
Lillard?
But he ain't no third wheel. He might be the wheel. I'll go get Dame time. You need a person that can. Bron can't carry a team no more.
And I can go for that because Dame Lillard gave all he can give to Portland.
And then AD, you done said this many times on this show. He's like a glass. You don't know what you're gonna get out of AD. He could break any game. But Dame time, as long as he's playing, he shows up. He shows up. I would put a package together and go try to get Lillard. I would even give up a couple of first round draft picks.
I can go for that.
I would try to go get Dame. You don't like Dame? You don't like Dame, Gil?
They ain't no way you gonna be able to give up no picks, and the Lakers ain't got no players that they can trade.
That's right, they can't.
And they don't have the budget. Dame is max player, $200 million.
I thought the Lakers only got 2 max players though.
But see, here's how it worked. A lot of these cats that you talking about, they are free agents. So in order to make the trade, you first got to sign them.
Right, you got to sign
them. And there ain't no guarantees, because I'm going to tell y'all this. First off, Reeves, the Lakers can match Reeves, but they going to have to go over the salary cap to do it. Because Reeves ain't taking no small change. It's going to be a team out here that's going to try to pay him swell. I hate to say it. People say, well, we want him to come back. It ain't no guarantees. Him and that Rui are restricted free agents.
I like
that. Means somebody who well under the salary cap can say, okay, we'll overpay just so we can get him, because we ain't going to be able to get him on a bargain deal. So, yeah, Reeves, hey, we'll give you 18-20 million. The Lakers can't afford that.
If they're going to keep all 3 players.
If they're going to keep the rest of the guys. The reason why they have to do it, they have to figure out. That's why Kyrie is a reasonable player, because the money might work with Kyrie.
He want a max deal too, though.
Yeah, but he's not going to take a max deal, though, to make it work. Gil is right.
But again, if somebody put max money on the table, here's the problem with the Lakers. They can't offer nobody no money. So these dudes that done played good in the playoffs is going to be able to go out and get max dollars. Atlanta, Orlando, Houston. Milwaukee got some change. Milwaukee got some change because all them dudes was on 1-year deals.
What's the biggest piece though you think they should go after first though to try to keep?
Man, they need a
First thing the Lakers need to do.
They need a shooter. They need a
No, they got a shooter. It's those 3 players.
Some ain't
The
no
Lakers
shooters.
need to-
They
first
need
thing the
somebody like
Lakers need
Lillard,
to
like
do-
you said, shooter like that.
The Lakers gonna be in the sit and wait mode. They can't go get nobody.
Yeah.
Because they gotta sign their own players first.
I think so too, Ron.
Because they can't make no trade if you ain't got no players to trade.
Man, they need a deadly player like shooting like Murray. I'm talking about somebody like that. Lillard. They need somebody like not no Reeves, man.
I like Reeves though. I like.
He ain't no
But
Lillard.
they
no.
don't
He
got
ain't no-
they
right.
don't
That's what
got
they need.
Murray money.
Yeah.
Well,
we
they-
know all teams.
All the money is
You can have 3 max players on your team. We know that. Because the other team that play in LA, they have Paul George, they got Westbrook, and they got
Kawhi
Kawhi
Leonard.
Leonard. Yeah, they got 3 max players. All
But-
teams can have 3 max players.
But the Powells of the world took less money. And see, everybody ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna take less money to play. You might get an old dude. See,
No,
Milwaukee
Kyrie,
tried
you
that.
right. He might take less money
He
to
is
win a
gonna take-
championship.
he-
though.
Yeah,
take that.
but see, Milwaukee did that. If you look at Milwaukee's team, they had a bunch of 1-year deal players, a bunch of old dudes that they signed up to play over there. And see, that didn't work, did it? And then you can't. Then so now they all free agents. So Milwaukee got money. The Lakers, if you want a Dame Lillard, who you trading?
They ain't got nobody. They'll have to use a three-team deal.
Exactly. And let me just ask this: who is Portland gonna want in the deal?
Davis or Bron.
no, they ain't getting
no.
no.
No, I'm just
Or
saying.
Reeves?
Reeves is definitely good. And Archibald.
And Archie, and both of them
Both
actually.
of them going in the deal.
So and you can't, and you ain't even signed them yet. Lakers gonna be behind the 8 ball until the free agency is done, the restricted side.
But the question was, did Denver spank that ass?
No, Denver did spank them.
Or why did they spank? How did they spank that ass?
The number one reason they spanked him is because of the the joke.
That ain't the reason they spanked him.
The
Joker gonna get his. You don't stop Joker. Let him get his.
Oh, you like Murray? Murray did his damn thing.
Murray did his damn thing. He was hot. He was unstoppable. But like we always say, it's 1 or 2 plays in a game that changes the outcome. Schroeder, whatever his damn name is,
That's right.
Yeah.
You're right.
trying to pass like LeBron, time running out, threw the ball away twice. Russell, I
didn't
don't
show
know them
up.
damn passes he was throwing.
He didn't show up.
Lakers got our coach.
No, he didn't show up.
Because you can't throw that ball away. If I'm coaching and you make 2 bad passes like that, and we going up and down, you sitting your ass on the bench. The coach got to know when to hold him and when to fold him. He kept Russell in there too long. He come down, shooter, innovative shot. That wasn't nobody there to help get no damn rebound. Next time he come down, a pass he throw.
He had a bad series. You're right. He had a bad series.
You sitting your ass on the bench. I don't care. He should have played Christian a lot sooner than he did. He got our coach. But like he said,
he's a first-year coach.
That's what he said.
Hey, he made it to the Western Conference Finals. You got to give him some time.
He didn't make it. Brown took him to got him there. He didn't do shit.
So-
he said today.
So when Phil Jackson
He
won it,
said,
Phil
wait a
Jackson didn't win
minute.
it.
No,
He had
wait a
nobody
minute, wait a
to
minute,
win
wait a
it.
minute. This is what the coach said. Thank you, Brian, for getting me where we went. He said he leaned on LeBron James. This is his words.
Okay, if you're a coach, you better praise the shit out of the 2 baddest motherfuckers on your team.
That's who got in there.
I'm not doubting that, but he's still the coach. He's still
He got out
he
coach
still
because
he the one tell who go in the game, who sit down, and all that, right? That
most
don't
of
got
the
nothing to do
time,
with it.
most of the
That have nothing to
time,
do with
most of the
coaching?
time he did. But when Russell and it took too long for him to get Russell out of there, because if you focus on the game, Russell made them 2 passes. LeBron would come down and did like that. But it was nothing better than
will say
something
this,
for
though,
Russell
Ron.
come out.
It's not that I agree with Freak and disagree with you, but the thing I know about the NBA, it's a players' league. Tonight, we're going to see one thing. I don't think the coach of Boston is doing a bad job.
I see it.
But Freak, I
He
can't
might
agree
be
with
doing
you and
worse.
then disagree with you. The players that need to do the job is Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. It's a players' league. And like Brian always say, it's a make-or-miss league. One thing for sure is this. It seems like when Jason Tatum get it going, it seems like the rest of the team get buzzing and they get going. But the thing I don't understand about that is this. Then this is where I agree with you. Then the coach should start running plays from the beginning of the game for Jason Tatum. Like they scripting in football, the first 15 plays or the first 25 plays, script 5 to 10 plays for Jason Tatum in the first quarter.
Make sure he involved.
Right, make sure
my
he touches the
granddad used
ball.
to tell me, don't know much, can't do much. He a new coach, don't know much, can't do much.
Yeah, both of these coaches are new. Both of them.
Simple as that.
But it goes back to, again, the NBA, he's sitting on the bench, right, with veteran coaches behind him. So he ain't alone.
You're right.
He ain't alone. The Lakers, Chris Gent, they were saying, doing most of the coaching for the Lakers.
From the rear.
From the rear.
What's the guy that with the Houston got the new job from Boston? What's his name?
The dude who came from Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Idaka.
Adaka, something like that. They said last year when Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown used to have like a bad game or wasn't playing, he didn't even talk to the rest of the team. He walked out onto the floor and confronted them motherfuckers on the floor. Both of them. He confronted them face to face on the floor.
But the style that they played when he coached was different than the way they playing right now.
Why did they change the style?
Because the players, didn't you just say it was a players' league? when the coach can't get the respect of the, I want you to watch. If you go back and look at last year's Boston versus Miami series, Jaylen Brown and Tatum was posting up.
And remember
A lot more
Than they are now.
Now everything is perimeter based. They either shooting a three or they trying to take them off the dribble.
Totally right.
And they won
Right
game
into
7.
Miami's defense, which they playing zone.
Yep.
Zone, they want you to shoot the three.
Exactly.
They want you to shoot the three. So Boston is settling. So now they trying to go to the basket and on the zone, and just so happens, here's the game. Just look at this. How many threes they hit the last game?
They hit some threes.
He had like 7 or 8, right?
No,
No,
they hit like
20.
20 almost.
They was
hit
on.
some threes. They was on.
I was Jason
But-
Tatum had 7 or 8.
Right.
But Miami was good with that.
Show
Right.
Because in them first 3 games, you didn't hit 20.
Right.
Exactly.
You hit 7 or 8.
It's almost
so
like
we
food
gotta,
flow.
yeah, that's so. But there's no post up. Listen, game 4, Lakers in Denver. What did the Lakers do to start the game off?
Went inside.
They went inside to Bron on the block. You got to change the game. There is no strategy right now with Boston to me. It isn't.
Tatum got to touch the rock. It just got to flow through him like 10 times in
Tatum
the first
is
quarter.
touching the rock. But when
Right,
you
on the
trying to go
outside.
to the basket from 30 feet and against a zone,
They collapse.
They collapse it. He got to give it up.
So who gonna win tonight?
I don't give a damn who's gonna win. I don't like neither one of them.
I like Boston.
I think Boston might pull it off.
They know Mike. It's either they gonna win it or they're not.
Boston is going to win tonight.
Bullshit.
You like Miami?
If I gotta pick one, I'm taking Miami.
Well, you McGillicuddy.
I might have to take Miami too. They the best road team in the playoffs. And
Bottom line.
when you got the veterans and they play basketball like they being coached, this is the key. Because he got them in the right positions and the best places for them to score. Now, mind you, they shooting just as many threes as Boston.
Now, this is the thing I want to know.
They go inside too, though.
How
They
big
go
is the
inside
injury,
first.
though? The only reason I'm choosing Boston tonight, how big is the injury
It's
tonight?
big. But they deep. They bench is deep.
But that takes Lowry into the starting lineup and
And?
make that second unit weak now.
No, you don't start Lowry.
Who you start?
You just gave more
You start
minutes.
the other boy and you put Jimmy Butler at the point. Because Jimmy Butler.
You start Martin?
You start the shooter, 55. What's his name? Robinson?
Oh, yeah.
You start
yeah.
Robinson.
Dr. Robinson.
Yeah, I like
You
that.
start Duncan Robinson.
I like
And
that.
here's why. you got the most versatile player still left in the playoffs other than Jokic still playing. Jimmy Butler can play the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4. Now, if you start Robinson and you put Jimmy at the point, now Boston got to pick and choose how they want to defend that.
Right.
See, it's you got to look at
Chess
Miami
game.
is a chess. Listen, watch tonight how they ISO Boston. It's gonna be all ISO. We're gonna throw the ball to the wing and everybody get out the way. Kyle Lowry is posting Boston up. Think about it.
But Lowry, he the only point guard I ever knew used to try to post people. That used to be crazy when he was in Toronto. So why not keep it going?
And that's what I'm saying. But what coach better to put that in than one of a Hall of Fame coach, because he is a Hall of Fame coach. We can't forget that. He is a Hall of Fame coach. He's a good coach. So.
All right, fellas, we about to sign off for the day. But before we sign off, this Saturday is the Perkins reunion. Starts at 7 o'clock. You eat at 7:45. The show come on at 9. We got a few acts for you. Then after that, we're going to do it easy on Wheels of Steel to take us on the rest of the night. Then on the 17th of June, we got the comedy show for the In the Lane Sports Show. So we definitely need y'all to be there. Or what they used to say back in the day, be square. What they used to say back in the day?
Be there or be square.
So we sign up. This is Jerome Lane with Ollie McGill, D. Wright, Julius Harris, and The Freak.
Yep, you.
We're out.